Hey guys, how's it going? John Signorelli here from Hearafter, also professional Las Vegas drum instructor and musician. Today we're going to talk about grooves, laying down some essential grooves and looking at it almost from a technical standpoint. I'll be describing things using notes and terminology that goes along with 16th note triplets, shuffle feels, dotted notes. For me, learning how to read music is one of the most important aspects of any instrument. It's almost like learning a language and not knowing how to read. You're going to use words incorrectly and say things out of context and your phrases won't sound right. I feel the same way about musicians who don't know how to read music. Anyhow, we're going to start off with a halftime shuffle groove, one of my favorites of all time, made famous by a number of drummers, going back to Steely Dan days and Led Zeppelin days and Toto. The drummers that were used were Jeff Porcaro for Toto's Rosanna. Led Zeppelin was Fool in the Rain, which was John Bonham. And then there was another drummer named Bernard Purdie who made it famous on a track called Home at Last by Steely Dan. What happens here is we're playing triplets, okay? As a hand pattern. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Now I'm going to count the phrase. One triplet and triplet, triplet, top. Or you can look at it as a dotted 16th up top as a hard shuffle. The halftime shuffle is the bass drum's on the 1 and the left hand's on the 3. 1, a 2, a 3, 4, a 1. Now what these cats did is they made it more interesting by putting in ghost and grace notes. Okay, now Purdie's shuffle was more laid back. What I'm going to do right now is play those ghost notes. Face. Well, that was John Bonham's nature with heavy bass drum and open hi-hat. Okay, the hardest aspect of this is probably maintaining that shuffle, especially when you got to hit that bam at the last beat, okay? My other favorite was Jeff Porcaro's Rosanna. So as you can see, the Porcaro shuffle is a little bit more involved. There's more bass drum and there's an extension of those ghost notes because his measures go out a little longer than the previous ones we just aforementioned. So let's take a look at the groove now, slow. So difficult is the chorus. The chorus, he goes with the vocal phrasing almost identical with his drum beats. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to slow that down. favorite styles to play, and dynamics are a little rough on this thing, bear with me. But what I was doing there was playing a lot of comping with the left hand. Obviously very fast techniques and also advanced. And a lot of the hand and foot double up, as you can see here. As also made famous by John Bonham. Hey, I'm a Zeppelin fan, man. I'm sure you can tell at this point if you've watched some of my videos. That technique is wonderful. I'm going to save that for another video because I could go there right now and probably go on for a little bit. I'm going to keep it up top for now. The reason why I brought jazz in the equation is not far off from shuffle, which is a derivative of the blues. Everything comes from there, okay? So if you look at what's happening with my right hand, it's a slightly adjusted version of this. I'm not playing the 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a hard shuffle. I'm playing 1, 2, a 3, 4, syncopated shuffle, which is the jazz line. Okay. Basic jazz beat, 2 and 4 on the hi-hat. The bass is playing 4 on the 4 quarters, 2 and 4 snare. Just like with your rock music. Start comping the left hand, trying different things. In your left with some technique to get some awesome ideas. I'll be doing follow-up videos. I'll give you something right now on the way out of the jazz section. Right, left, right, top, top. That was the groove we just did with the halftime shuffle. Let's abbreviate that and still use triplets. And what we're going to do is play jazz atop. Triplet comp. Right, left, right, left, flame. Right, left, right, left, both. Okay? That takes care of that. Double bass drumming. We're going from the blues to jazz to straight up heavy metal. Okay? Basically, I'm not going to do anything nuts here. All right? We're going to play just a straight up 16th note pattern. Everyone that I teach has an issue with double bass right off the bat. And I don't think it's so much a physical thing. I think it's a mental thing. Just understand that if you're playing 8th note, for every 1 beat here, there's 2 on the bottom. 1 with the right and the other 1 with the left by itself. 1 beat and up. Okay, now speed is up to you. I'm going to play a mid-range tempo double bass. Nothing fancy, but that's what you want to start out with before you can start syncopating. And I'm going to have follow-up videos on double bass drum syncopation. But the main ingredient right now we're looking for, a component I should say, is timing, tempo. Start slow at like 90 beats a minute. Do it for 5 minutes. Graduate to 95, to 100, to 105, to 110, to 115, to 1, etc., etc., etc. And it's better just to practice things slow and steadily and clean as opposed to just trying to play fast. It's like riding a bicycle. You're not going to go 90 miles an hour when you jump on the thing. You want to gradually just ease your way into it, okay? At an eventual point in time, you'll be able to clear off 170, 180, and with this great discipline and training of keeping your legs in proper balance. One of the last things I'm going to touch on right now will be my next video, will be Latin grooves, okay? And also there'll be some more rock things coming up. Today was a little bit more bluesier and jazzier, which is personally my favorite thing to play. I do, however, love rock and metal. I love playing everything, okay? But most importantly, what I want to get into with these series of videos is the proper approach to it and to motivate you guys to not just be one-dimensional, to listen to every style of music possible and take something away from every musician you see, okay? That's very important as well. Next section, Latin real quick. And what I've done is I've bought up some conga type stuff. I love sambas. I love Afro-Cuban beats, which I touched on a little bit in my last video, which is just a paradiddle, a double paradiddle in 6/8, because obviously there's 6 beats to the side. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to cut loose on that for a moment, and then I'm going to switch gears to some of the other things I was going to do. just right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Don't play everything so straight. That's why I was preaching triplets at the beginning of the video. Circles. Okay, this video is getting kind of lengthy, so I'm going to play one last lick, and then we're going to start with this one in the next video, okay? I'm going to close out with a little something here. Thanks for watching. I'm off to go teach some lessons. I'll have some new videos for you very shortly. Thanks.